Welcome everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I am the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a lender that operates a little bit differently here. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today so I can go through a little bit more about what makes us unique and special. Then after I go through a little bit of a overview, Kyle, our COO, will go through the actual software and the back end and show how some of this works that we're going to be talking about. And then we'll close it off with Jose Gonzalez, our CSO, with 28 years of experience of how to put this all together in the more traditional sense. So let me go ahead and start by sharing my screen. And hopefully most of you have checked out our join page here with all the information, but let me explain a little bit more and go through it quickly here. So we come from a little bit of a different background. We are all about lead generation and building systems to scale that lead system out. So that obviously involves a CRM, etc. And we spent millions of dollars on all the different advertising platforms in order to do this for not only mortgages, but other industries as well. So we're all about unlimited free leads powered by our custom software that you'll see here, which is CRM, POS, LOS, all built in together. And we have the AI built in as well. So let's talk a little bit more about what makes us unique. Again, we are a lender with the tools, and we come from, not your traditional banker background. We want to build you the tools to scale up your business based on leads instantly. So whether that's plugging in with our company generated leads or generating more self-gen leads from what we're already doing by using our system, we want to make sure you're filling your pipeline, especially as rates are about to drop here as we go into a hopefully better market for most of us. So we want to make sure you're getting more from every effort that you're already doing. Now, how do we do this? First off, let's talk about the business model. We are non-delegated correspondent, which is the best model for what we do here. We've started as a FDIC bank, broker, non-del, and del. We found the best model for what we like to do here with our business model is non-del, where we're approved with over 120 lenders and investors, and we can do what's best for our clients, whether that's broker or correspondent, whatever's going to be best in that situation. Typically, that's going to be a correspondent loan where we are the lender, where we have over 5,000 loan programs with our 34 investors, where our name's on the docs, and we're always going to have the best rates and pricing because correspondent pricing is always going to beat broker pricing, even for the same investor, same program, because we're funding the loans with our own money, using our own law firm to draw docs. All that risk comes better pricing, which we can then pass on to our clients. If there's any reason we can't fund the loans with our own money here, we can use our 110 plus wholesale lenders for specialty loans that are outside the box. So for you guys, that means we can do all the standard stuff via USDA, FHA, Fannie, Freddie, non-QM, DSCR. That's all the stuff we do in-house. And once we get outside the box, commercial, fix and flip, ground up, mixed use, CDFI, SBA, etc., we're going to partner with a wholesale lender, typically whatever's going to be best for our client in that situation. We also have the AI built in. As we mentioned, we call our AI loan officer assistant. His name is Calvin. He's going to send you tips, tricks, and guides the whole time to push your loan from start to finish. Now let's talk a little bit about the technology. So we've written every line of code for what you're about to see here. It all starts with our lead generating website with the AI built in, POS, CRM, LOS, everything starts here with the website, which you're seeing the basic version. Kyle will show you a little bit more about behind the scenes here in a minute. So we've written every line of code, as I mentioned. What that really means for you guys is one login for you, one login for your customer, no matter which one of our 5,000 plus loan programs or 34 investors you choose to use, just one place for you and your customer to go at all times. If you pull our own rates from our programs, where we have over 5,000 loan programs, we can automatically even re-quote your customer as the rates update to get them engaged. And your prospects can then instantly flow from name, email, phone number, getting their basic rates, to pulling their own updated rates, completing their own 1003, pulling their own credit, pulling their own liabilities into our system, all automatically without you lifting a finger. We do all that with our 50 plus API integrations. First off, Encompass is our LOS. A lot of people don't like Encompass. No problem. You don't have to log into Encompass. You can just click the button in our system and operate Encompass. Same thing with Optimal Blue. Don't need to log in there. Just click the button. You get all the pricing for Optimal Blue, industry standard. Meridian Link for credit, account check, VOA, VOI, VOE, appraisal works, 5 AMCs. Everything's just a click of a button. You get the point there. We can also even capture leads from our website users with no forms required. So if your customers are just in the market browsing, you can know if they're about to maybe take the next steps in their home and help push them along there. You can also plug into our business cards and flyers. They get generated instantly when you plug your face in, and then connect your social media, and that will all get posted automatically to your social media with your custom link and generate more leads from you doing nothing. We also have our Calvin dual Oz AI. So a lot of systems have dual Oz, which is both side by side, but not a lot of them or any of them have a AI that analyzes them side by side to see which will be better for your borrower with our proprietary analysis there. We also have our development staff on hand to implement new features. We do a new release every week, add new things. So if you have any tips for our team, please feel free to share them. And one of the categories here and all the different models that we've had, we found that the trainings and support definitely need help as we're all remote based here. So we have our remote based learning center 365 days a year, 24/7. You can log in there, expand your skills, learn new skills, upgrade to different things. And we have our daily live trainings, which we set up as more of a podcast. So we do our daily live, daily mortgage rates podcast every morning. We do our weekly sales training to get you guys pumped up. And 3 days a week, we do a loan officer training and more in-depth structuring loans, doing conditions, things like that. We also have our Zoom support. So again, we want to make sure, even though we're all remote, we get face-to-face. We can take over your screen, click the button, get you unstuck during regular business hours. And we have our knowledge center where we have thousands of articles from us and our partners. So all of that, just the click of a button, search everything in one spot and get whatever you need. We also have our AI programmed with all of the federal and state regulations for the states we're licensed in for our Calvin compliance AI to get you quick compliance answers when you need it. And this last category is just general here to put some of the things that don't fit into the other ones. But we love our DSCR business purpose loans, which we can do in 44 states, which allows you guys to expand your footprint without having to get new licenses, which is awesome. We give you all kinds of leads. Kyle will show you in a minute. Just know that it's a 50-50 split if you take any company leads. And again, we want to make sure you can plug in and generate more leads at scale, whether that's setting up your own lead campaigns by copying ours, or if you already have leads going, you can import those with our webhook. You can also click a button anytime to refer a deal to your team if you're uncomfortable doing the loan. Maybe it's your first loan of that loan type. Maybe you have a conflict of interest. Maybe you don't have that state license. Click that button. You can work with your teammates and still earn 75 basis points. And we have our annual VIP retreat here in Miami. Again, since we're all remote, we still at least once a year want to see you guys face to face. We want to pay for your hotel room for anybody on the team closing loans and make sure we meet everybody face to face at least once per year. Now, if you drop off, we have a replay video here. But let's get into the compensation plans. Zoom out a little bit. All right. So first off, everybody's always attracted to the senior loan officer. So we'll talk about that. Best comp in the industry here, 225 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's 2.25%. And for any company leads, 50-50 split. So that's 112.5 basis points on any company leads. Now, obviously, our senior loan officers are going to get everything everybody else gets, but the best part is they're going to receive those referrals from their teammates, right? So it's not only going to be a lead, right? It's going to be a client that's ready, willing, and able, and it's going to come with a teammate that has that client. Maybe it's their spouse, maybe it's their client. They just don't have the state license. That's going to be a team effort there. It's not just a lead. All the regular leads, senior loan officers have unlimited access. Kyle will show you all the cool places we have for those. Again, since we're correspondent, there's no max commission cap on correspondent, which is awesome. So great feature. Some of the other companies have caps on there because they focus on broker. We do a little bit of the opposite here. We also have 25 basis points bonus for anybody doing over 2 million volume per month. Again, we want to build a system, a platform for you guys. So if you can plug in there and generate over 2 million, no problem. We'll get as much comp back as we can for you. And if you want to teach, we can upgrade you to a team leader. If you want to help structure deals and disclose deals for your team, you can earn extra 25 basis points helping put those deals together. It is difficult to do broker and correspondent and wear those two hats at the same time. So once you get the hang of that, definitely good to help teach your team. And the fine print here is must have closed 6 loans in the last 12 months. Have to know what's going on with broker and correspondent. Again, it is a little bit difficult, so we want to make sure you have experience. Don't have that experience yet, or maybe you're just getting your license or just getting back into it, no problem. Start as a loan officer, 150 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's 1.5%. And if you take any company leads for your first few deals there, 75 basis points on company leads. That's 0.75%. Everybody can do non-delegated and broker with over 120 investors and lenders, as we mentioned. Everybody gets their website with the CRM, POS, LOS built in. Everybody gets everything. AI integration with Calvin, loan officer assistant, unlimited leads. Kyle will show you all the cool ways we could do those. And you can click that button to refer deals to your teammates again if you ever need a hand or uncomfortable or just don't have the license to do it. And we are licensed in 23 states for primary and second homes. That means we can do 21 additional states for our business purpose DSCR without necessarily having to get new licenses. So if you're ready to start, you can just click these buttons on our join page here to get started for the plan that's applicable to you and take the next steps. But let's pass it over to Kyle, who will actually show some of the back end of what we just talked about. So you ready, Kyle?
Yep, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here and we will get into it. So of course we have formal trainings on this when you come on board, but just a couple things to point out here. You'll see our CRM, like any other CRM, you take your notes, send your emails, send texts, but you can also click a button here to have our AI assistant craft your emails and texts and send them for you here. And of course your history piles up down here. You can set reminder tasks for yourself, put people on action plans, drip campaigns to automatically text them and email them on your behalf, all that kind of good stuff. But what really starts to set our system apart is our quoting system here. So what's really cool is within a couple of minutes, within 2 minutes, without pulling credit or anything, you can click one button here with getting some standard info from your client, pull up all of our different rate sheets from all of our different investors and select the rates you want to show your client. Within 2 minutes, you can send them a nice, pretty quote that looks like this with the rate choices you gave them here. They can scroll over these things and see what they mean. You see it pulls in the Google map automatically. It pulls in the Zestimate automatically, the proposed loan info here, does the automatic breakdown of the taxes, insurance, the lender fees, has you here as the loan originator. And you can also attach your realtor to these quotes. And your realtor partners, they absolutely love this because they know when they send you a client, not only can you quote them within a few minutes, but you're going to attach the realtor to the quote showing them, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line and keeping them informed on what is going on with their client. Now, the coolest part about all this is that your client can then just click Start My Loan Application. And what that does is that takes them right to their borrower portal here that looks like this, where they can start their 1003 right here in our system. They don't have to leave the page. They can upload their documents here. They can see their loan info. They can see the milestone of where their loan is at, which automatically updates as you go through the loan process there. So this is what they see on their end. Now, let me show you real quick what it looks like on your end as the loan officer now that they've submitted a loan application. So you'll notice here that this is a 1003 that's all the way green, right? So it's 100% complete. And what we do is when your client submits their application, they agree to the credit pull and we pull credit instantly and automatically. We pay for it up front. So your client doesn't have to enter their credit card info, right? And so it's automatic so that by the time you come here into the system on your end and click our Encompass API here, again, like Nick said, you don't have to actually log in. It's built in here to our system. By the time you pull this up, not only is the 1003 info imported in here, but the credit is already pulled and imported in here. The liabilities are already imported. Everything is here ready for you to originate the loan. Now, I just want to point out real quick the dual Oz that Nick was talking about here, the dual automated underwriting for Fannie and Freddie at the same time. As he said, a lot of places have this now, which is great, but we also have our AI, which is going to analyze the two results for you to talk about which one is the best for this client's situation. So this is how we can take a client from being just a name, email, phone number to calling them in the CRM, quoting them with the quoting system, gathering their 1003, pulling their credit, originating the loan. And then if we scroll down here on this same page, this is where you're also going to see the conditions from the underwriter, whether it's you or your processor are able to fulfill the conditions or able to dispute the conditions. So everything is here in this system from start to finish to close of the loan, where we're going to do everything with one login for you and one login for your client, all here in one system. So now let's talk about where the leads come from in the first place. So first and foremost, we're going to be giving you leads from our live ad campaign. So people click on our ad campaigns. We're not buying leads from third parties, right? As Nick said, we come from the marketing world. So these are our own ad campaigns. And when somebody clicks on our ads and double opts in to be contacted, you're sent a text message immediately so you can claim that lead and you can call them right away. So let me show you just an example here. This is a little screenshot I took of my test account. Notice about 2 leads an hour coming in here on this schedule. There's actually a lot more coming in now that rates are starting to drop. But you get the point here. You're going to be getting text messages all day. Some of these were regular purchase requests. Some of these were foreign national. Some of these are business purpose DSCR leads. So different types of leads coming in all day that you can claim there and call them right away. So that's the first and foremost way we provide leads, is those live ad campaigns coming in all day via text message instantly. Now, another way we provide leads is here in our auto dialer. So not only do we have an auto dialer, which just like any other auto dialer, you can call 300-400 people in a day. You can press one button if they don't answer to drop an automated text and email to them from you and move right on to the next call, right? So you can call a lot of people in a day, drop those automated messages. But not only do we have the dialer here, we put the leads in here for you. So we have thousands of leads in here at all times. Opted in leads, as well as realtor list to call. So tons of leads in here for when you're ready to hit the auto dialer and put in some work and make some calls. We always have leads there in the dialer. Now, another way to work leads in our system is that you can actually have us run your own ad campaigns for you. So for example, again, we're giving you leads for free on a 50-50 split, but if you want to purchase more leads, we can copy our ad campaigns that we know work, put your budget on it, and those leads do not have a 50-50 split because you paid for it up front from your campaign, right? So we're going to give you leads all day on the 50-50 split, but if you want to increase your pipeline even more and not have the 50-50 split on the back end for some of the leads, you can actually do your own campaigns, which again, we just copy our campaigns that we've proven out and we put your budget on them. Now, another way to work leads here in our system is that you can import leads from anywhere else that you're getting them. So maybe you're already purchasing leads from Zillow or Free Rate Update or Lending Tree or something like that. We give you your custom webhook here that you can use to import those leads into our system in real time, so that when the lead comes in from, Free Rate Update, you get a text from our system immediately. That way you can, and they're in your CRM instantly and automatically, so that you can call them and quote them and all that kind of stuff, just like any other lead. So every way there is to work leads, whether they're the company leads that we're giving you, whether they're leads that you purchase from your own campaign, or leads that you purchase from other third parties, or leads that we have loaded up in the auto dialer for you, whatever way there is to work leads, you could also use this webhook to run your own Facebook or Google campaigns, right? So you can do your own advertising campaigns. So the possibilities are endless here when it comes to leads. We're going to be giving you a constant flow of leads and also provide you all the tools that you can bring in leads from anywhere else, as well as the lead generating website that Nick mentioned, which is going to help you generate your own leads, and being able to plug into our social media posting, which will automatically post compliant content on your social media, pointing people to your lead generating website to generate more self-generated leads for you. So now let me go ahead and turn it over to Jose here. So as Nick was saying, Jose is our chief sales officer here with 28 years of experience as a loan officer and a realtor. So we'll have him talk about how this kind of all comes together to actually close loans and the type of support that we have here. And then we will open it up to questions. So go ahead, Jose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. So you already heard about the great leads program and the amazing technology, right? So it's only a matter of time before the loan applications start coming in. And that's when all the fun starts, right? Because at the mortgage calculator, not only do we give you the tools and the leads, especially the leads part, which is very unique, and the tools, many of which are proprietary, we also give you the support to help you connect all the dots and get you going and closing those loans within 30 days of starting to originate, right? That's the key. You want to have the applications, you want to close the loans. So you do get assigned to a team leader. Team leader gets the emails, management gets the emails on those new loan applications submitted. You meet with your team leader within 24 hours to go over the loan structure. You then meet with your team leader again to disclose the file. And if you were good at the setup, that may be all in the same meeting, right? File gets disclosed right there for you, and away you go. However, how do you get to that loan application submitted and how do you close the loan? Definitely the structure meetings. Not only are you going to meet with your team leader for structure, but you also can come into the Zoom room for additional structure support. And to give you an example how that's going to help you out and is going to help you increase your production, we have many cases of MLOs coming into the Zoom room with one deal, and all of a sudden, after the structure meeting is over, they realize that it's not a full doc or a bank statement loan that they have, but a profit and loss loan. And 2-3 weeks later, we're helping you close that loan. We're helping you take it to the finish line, right? You do have, like I was mentioning, your team leaders, processing. Also, we have inside processing for all of the non-delegated loans. If you choose to go wholesale on that particular loan because you couldn't find a good option in all of the options where we're the lender, then you do have the options to use third-party processing, right, for brokered loans or self-process that file. Most of our loan officers like to self-process to be more competitive on the cost to the borrowers. So definitely looking to have you at the mortgage calculator where we can help you structure your loans, give you that concierge service to help you take that loan across the finish line.
All right, thank you, Jose. So let me go ahead and go over the next steps here real quick, and then we will open it up to questions. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. When you are ready to move forward, you're going to go to themortgagecalculator.com/join, and we'll put the link there in the chat. And you're going to sign up for the plan that's applicable to you. Again, if you've closed at least 6 loans in the past 12 months, meaning you're an active loan officer that's closing loans, you can go ahead and sign up as a senior loan officer. If you don't have that production to show right now, or maybe you're brand new or just getting into it or just going to get your license, then you would sign up as a loan officer here. It's going to take you to fill out the compensation agreement right when you submit all your information. Now, don't worry, it's not going to, you don't have to sign it right then, right? It's going to email you a copy as well. So once you submit your info here, it's going to email you a copy of the compensation agreement. Now, once you sign that agreement, that is what will kick off all of the next steps. We'll reach out to get your onboarding package, to sponsor your license, all that kind of good stuff. So again, if you've closed at least 6 loans in the past 12 months, you can go ahead and sign up as a senior. If not, sign up as a loan officer. And once you sign that initial agreement, that is what will kick off all of the next steps. Now, let's go ahead. What we can do is we will stop recording and we will get into questions